Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
And we are live, ready to give you some podcasts. And find us everywhere that you get podcasts. Search for us. We will show up. Just put the Blackout Tips in wherever the search bar is. It's that simple. Leave us 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts and all these other places. We appreciate y'all to take the time out to do that. The official weapon of the show is
folding chair.
And the unofficial sport,
bullet ball.
A bullet ball. Extreme. Let's see. You got any banter?
I got one.
All right. Do you have any banter? Talk to me. Do you have any banter? Talk to me. Do you have any banter? Do you have any banter?
I do.
Talk to me. Do you have any banter?
I do.
Banter.
I do.
All right. Banter time, Karen.
Yes. Have you ever read a drink and the name of the drink, like the death water? Mm-hmm. Did they call first
liquid death?
Liquid death. Mm-hmm. Yes. The first time I seen it, I was like, "The fuck is this?" And I didn't even. They was like, "It's water." I was like, "I don't understand. It's called liquid death. Mm-hmm. How is it water? Water brings life." I was very, very confused by that title. And I seen another confusing drink. I do not know if this is the official name, but these are the letters I seen. Down the side of the can, it says C4. Last time I checked, that meant something very, very explosive. But when I looked, it was like lime, it was like strawberry. It had all these flavors. I was like, the fuck is happening? These names sound dangerous.
C4 energy drink. I just looked it up. I think energy drinks have been getting away with murder the whole time, though. I feel like all the energy drink names is, whether it's Monster, Red Bull, they're all these weird names, and I guess that's part of it. I'm not an energy drink person, so I've never really drank energy drinks. But yeah, I think the energy drink names definitely have these weird kind of, Monster Energy, Rockstar Energy, Celsius, Ghost Energy, Bloom Energy, Bang Energy. I don't know. I guess it's just.
They was like, y'all names got to be so far out there because y'all can't be using regular ass names and people buying that shit and they having heart palpitations because they got a fucking energy drink and they thought they was getting some lemonade. No.
Yeah, I don't know what the branding department is, but it feels like they're drinking the energy drinks and then coming up with the titles.
Yes, because
this made me feel like my heart's gonna explode. Ooh, C4, write that down.
Explosion, write that down.
Nuclear energy, let's go. Nuclear fallout, the drink.
No.
But yeah, I hear you.
You have one?
I got a bunch.
Okay.
I'll go through them fast though.
Yeah, but I have one more for you. Go.
Oh, you did have more. Okay, so Spotify needs more specific block instructions. Right now they have it so you can hey, don't show me this song, don't show me this artist. That's not good enough. Mm-mm. I actually need to be able to go in and specify stuff don't show me Kanye after 2015.
Yep.
Cause I like Kanye stuff before then, but after that I'm good.
Right.
Lil Wayne, hey, hey, I know I checked out this one album that he just put out to be let me see what the people are talking about. But now every time I log into Spotify, it's suggesting a Lil Wayne track, and I'm like, this featuring Lil Wayne. I'm like, I'm not a Lil Wayne fan like that.
Right.
And I definitely don't want to hear nothing he put out this year. Mm-mm. So stop. I know he's on a run of trying to promote his album, but I don't want to hear that shit. Mm-mm. Stop giving me Michael Jackson after the kid touching allegations. Give me some specifics on the block. That's all I'm asking. No, how can I block Drake when he's singing? I don't want to block all the Drake, but anytime he is singing, I need to block that. He can't sing, and y'all been letting him get away with shit with that for way too long. Back to you, Ken.
No problem. I've realized I like Oreo cookies, and I'm a sucker for them special Oreo cookies because I almost bought Selena Gomez Oreo cookies, but I was like, Karen, get your ass from over here. It was pretty and shiny. It had some headphones on. I almost bought them bitches.
Yeah, I always find it weird when people are against the different flavors of Oreos. That's like a weird thing to be mad about. And you see it all the time where you're like, oh, why can't it just be chocolate and the white thing in the middle? And it's like, first of all, you're eating food dye and all kinds of artificial shit. Just give me the flavors. I want to see what a strawberry Oreo tastes like. Who the fuck is against that? You know, sometimes them joints be hitting more than the regular Oreos.
Yes, they do. I haven't made it in a really, really long time, but I make this pie, and I take mint Oreos and I crush them up and add some more stuff to it and freeze it. And in a graham cracker crust, that shit is fucking flames. I don't make it that often because I can't even imagine the calories in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat it now.
Yeah. Now I probably would not eat it. I haven't made it in years, but it would be outstanding.
The Uno story from yesterday apparently was fake. Uno had to come out and tell the world, like, that's not real.
Because people they had the internet uproar with Uno, huh?
Yeah, I appreciate them shutting it down. I'm gonna be real with you. We that was getting. I was scared. Okay, I don't know why. Whoever did that is a very chaotic person for telling us that. It was DraftKings that posted it. So that's why people believed it. Because why would DraftKings lie? I mean, you know, they're very honest and have a lot of integrity. If you have a gambling problem, they even give you the phone number to call. Yep. So you can trust DraftKings, but turns out you can't trust DraftKings because that is not actually happening. It's not just adding it to it. What is happening is the Palm Casino is temporarily opening the Uno Social Club, complete with a dealer to shuffle and distribute the cards, but it's not open to the public. It's a promotion allowing one winner and their guests to enjoy the space and stay in an Uno-themed penthouse this weekend. There's no gambling involved, which would be illegal because Uno is not an approved gambling game. So the Uno story was essentially fake, but that's how fast fake news spreads because it came from DraftKings official account, which everyone thought was a reputable source, including me. So they got me.
Yeah, they got me too.
I sold some stuff at the secondhand store up the street, Second and Charles.
Yes, I like that little store.
Yeah, and it's like nerdy stuff, books, you know, video games, stuff like that. That's what they sell. That's what they buy in there, and that's what they sell. But I was gonna throw this stuff out because I'm just decluttering some of the stuff in the house, and I was like, oh yeah, I wonder if I could sell this. And I took it up there in a bin, and the guy took like about half the stuff, a couple of Funko Pops and all this shit, and he's like, okay, well, we should call you. They get your phone number. They give you like a slip of paper with a number on it. And they're like, we'll call you and let you know how, like, when it's ready to, like, what if we can use it all. And
so the stuff they didn't take, you just threw it away, or
the stuff they didn't take, I took to Goodwill.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I almost set it outside the front of the store, to be honest, just to be like, free shit. Like, if y'all, like, don't go in there and get this Black Panther Funko Pop. Get it for free. The motherfucker said he didn't want to buy it, so
he probably got 45 of them in, and that might be why.
That's what I'm saying. So get a free one. Anyway, I end up going, going home or whatever, and they're gonna call me and let me know. That was Friday. So it gets to Tuesday today, and I realized they never called me. And he told me the most it would take is a day. He actually said they should get back to me that day, but maybe it'll be Saturday. And I don't need the money. I'm not pressed, but I'm like curious at this point. Like, you know, what happened?
Right.
Like, is this part of the hustle? They just expect you to forget since most people are just throwing the shit out anyway.
Right.
So I go up there and I'm like, you know, what if I needed the money? You know?
Yeah.
I go up there and the guy comes over and I'm like, hey, I came in Friday and you told me it would take a day and now it's Tuesday and you never hit me back. And he's like, well, that's probably because it's not ready. I'm like, so did you lie Friday? Because you said the most it would take is a day. It's been 5 fucking days. It wasn't like I gave you a container of shit, like It wasn't like a container ship.
Right? That didn't come with 1,000 items.
Yeah, it wasn't a back of a trailer from a 18-wheeler. So he's like, oh wait, no, it's ready or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, of course it's fucking ready. Why wouldn't it be ready?
Right.
And he's like, we did say we could use it all. And I can't remember everything was in there, but it was like, like I said, Funko Pops, a bunch of books, all kinds of, stuff that hadn't even been read or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. And he goes, $12. And now the thing is, any amount I was going to say, okay.
Right.
He could have said 1 cent. He could have said, we don't even want it. And I was like, fine. I didn't need the money. It was more of a like, wonder how this works. And so he says $12 or $22 in store credit. So I'm like, give me the store credit. Like,
right.
Everything's in here overpriced anyway, but still, store credit better than no credit. And so I went ahead and got my stuff, and I looked around a little bit. I didn't see anything I wanted to buy, and I just went ahead and left. But man, when I was leaving there, I was like, I see why listening to the Clips album makes me want to sell crack, because this world is not fair. Everybody's broke. Imagine if I needed that money and I sold my precious possessions, and this motherfucker GameStopped me with $12.
Yes, he did GameStop you.
Because I know it's worth more than $12. Meaning, if I put all that stuff on eBay or like had a yard sale, I'd make more than $12 off of it.
Yes.
But damn, buddy just was on some like, yeah, man, $12 or leave it, take it or leave it. Basically. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Give me $22. But man, thank God I wasn't like desperate.
Oppressed for that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they know that they're underselling it for you to turn around, and one of those items you're going to charge more than $12 for it.
Yeah. So, and none of it was used.
None of it was used.
Like, if I have a Funko Pop, I just leave it out of the, like, I leave it in the box.
Yeah, we leave those in the box.
But it's whatever. I just thought it was interesting to see that, and I'm sure the people at Goodwill were more than happy to take that stuff and keep it themselves.
Yeah, that stuff might not even, you give it, some of that stuff might not even made it out to the public. Them people like, this is going to my car.
And lastly, one of our listeners a long time ago very thoughtfully bought us, mostly me, a smokeless indoor grill, because in our apartment complex they don't allow grilling outside on your patio like the one we used to live in. And so we had to get rid of our grill because it was like, I don't want no problems.
Right. And I miss that grill.
Yeah, and look, I get it. I'm not trying to burn anything down. And also, like, it was a propane grill. I know, like, grill guys get, like, I'm not a grill guy, meaning like,
I'm not precious about it.
Yeah, I don't look at someone's propane grill and start thinking less of them or whatever. I know that's like a big thing in that culture. So what I mean is that it wasn't like a deal breaker or anything. It was just more like I don't want to go to the shared community grill and get charcoal or do whatever they do up there.
Right.
I like to
do it during their hours.
I like to have my own grill. And so and then in our house, our smoke detectors are very sensitive. Like they're just extremely sensitive. They're insecure essentially, and
ain't they though?
The first hint of smoke that's anything stronger than just like an incense stick is going off. So grilling was pretty much out of the equation. But this person, which it wasn't on our wish list for Amazon, which is always in our show notes, they bought, I didn't even know it existed, they bought a smokeless indoor electric grill for us and just gave it to us. And so I've had it in the house over there, but when I was decluttering stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I was waiting till I could make space on the counter
for it, yeah, because
Karen likes to try to keep every fucking thing in the house and hoard stuff, even if we never use it, just to have it in the house. And I'm like, you can't want nice things and keep all the old shit. It has to either be
something gotta give.
Yeah, either some shit has to go, or we just don't ever use our like other appliances and stuff.
Right.
And so I made that space, and now I'm like, okay, cool, I'll get ready. And so I hooked up the grill today, and I grilled some boneless chicken thighs, and man, it turned out pretty well. Like
they were really good. They were soft and tender. They wasn't dry.
Yeah, I love chicken thighs because they just have a lot of forgiveness in the cooking time.
Yes, they do.
But my main thing is it grilled them. Like, it wasn't like no bullshit where like you kind of, it's like, oh, I see what it's like if I had taken a hot pan and just put the chicken thighs in there, it was not that effect. Like, it had the grill marks, it had a little bit of that char on there, and I don't know the science behind it, but the way it works is there's some type of water pan underneath that you fill up first, then you start grilling, and something with the water keeps the smoke from like rising. I'm sure there's scientific explanation. Mm-hmm. Sean, don't write in with it. If I wanted to, if I was really curious, I would have Googled it. I don't. It's not like I care.
Right.
I only care that it worked, not how it worked. But it was like, it really did deliver. There was no smoke. I didn't need to turn on the fan above the stove or any of that stuff. And the chicken thighs turned out great. So shout out to that very thoughtful fan, because like I said, it wasn't on our list. It wasn't a thing we requested. It wasn't a thing I even knew existed. And since I do pretty much all the cooking in here, it was like, okay, cool. So I can grill again. I went and bought some Italian sausages. I normally do those in the air fryer, but now I'm gonna see if I can do them on the grill with my Bluetooth thermometer.
The ones with the slaw. Let's go.
Yeah, and it's like I want to put some grill marks on that bitch and see what it do.
Yeah, and I was looking at it, I was like, oh snap, you probably could do fish and shrimp. I started thinking about, like, we get like vegetables and stuff from your mama and your dad and all them from their garden. We probably can chop them up and put it on there and grill them too, season them up. I was like, oh, we can do so much more with that.
Yeah, so be it. All right, let's get into I guess we'll do politics till we get mad.
I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
Yep. Politics till we get mad. Judge reverses rule that would have removed medical debt from credit reports. This is something that was championed by Kamala Harris, actually. For all the she never did nothing people. What does a vice president even do? Well, I know what they undo, and that's the stuff they tend to undo stuff that's been done. It was Biden era finalized rule by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which I wonder if that's even going to be an entity that does anything under Trump, because I don't think they're going to try to protect consumers under Trump.
They don't care anything about the consumers. It's getting ready to be wild. For those of you that haven't lived long enough, y'all wasn't around when the number one cause of debt was medical bills. Like, if anybody filed for bankruptcy, it was because of medical bills. Like,
Wait, what do you mean if they haven't lived long enough?
Well,
I feel like that was very recent.
That was in our lifetime. And let me see, how was that? Maybe 20 years ago?
Now, like last year.
I mean, now, but it was worse before. Like before they started putting in the laws and the protections, it was even worse than it is now. Because now, you said,
I guess here's what I'm trying to say. These laws and protections that I'm talking about have only existed a couple years. So they're repealing laws that happened under Joe Biden. So everyone who's hearing the sound of our voice has lived under the medical debt issue. Like, you'd have to be like 70, 80, 90 to be like, this is when it was different. Like, the 1 or 2 years that we did have some protection is what we experienced.
Yeah. And I think, how can I phrase this? During my lifetime, because of universal health care and Obamacare, more people have been put into the healthcare system. Mm-hmm. And because of that, everybody has benefited. Mm-hmm. So insurance rate, and this is what I'm talking. Let me phrase this. I'm phrasing this wrong. Insurance rate have gone down, and people that are have insurance through their employers. I remember it was a time that every single goddamn year your rates on your policy went up, but what was covered didn't change. And then once they started passing all these laws, it was like it settled because you had more people in there, more younger people who think they're invincible, and it made everybody rates go down, made everybody rates reasonable. But now we're getting ready to go through a phase where everybody rates are getting ready to go up because guess what? Unless they make a rule that the hospital will have to look at you and let you die, they're going to take you in there. And when they take you in there and then you cannot pay because you don't have insurance or you're underinsured, anybody that's on their personal health care or their company health care, we pick up the cost of that bill. Like it is passed to everybody. So anybody that has insurance, your rates are going to go up and you're going to get less coverage. So we're getting ready to go through that process again. That's more of what I meant.
That's interesting because I think Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act as of right now still stand. Like they haven't repealed those. So I don't know if those are I think I do see what you're saying, but to me that's more like insurance rate stuff. So people will be less insured, underinsured. I think that's definitely gonna I guess what I'm saying is that never really changed. Like having insurance through your job, not having insurance, it was always gonna fuck you if you didn't have insurance. Like you were fucked. Yeah. What changed was medical debt going to your credit report, which is what this article is about, right? This is about medical debt going on your credit report. What changed is we had a couple years where it wasn't going to be. Like it was like, hey, it's fine. Medical debt is different than you went out and got a credit card and just racked up a bunch of debt. So your medical debt is not going to affect your credit because you had a heart attack. That's not the same thing as being irresponsible with money. Actually, now it's back. It is the same.
Like I said, now it's back.
Yeah.
And
I just think I'm trying to be specific to the point of the article because I think you're making a separate point, which is just about insurance and the lack of, which is related, meaning like if you do not have insurance, which a lot of people are going to be unemployed. A lot of people have less insurance now. A lot of people aren't going to be able to sign up for Obamacare. Like I totally understand what you're saying. It will lead even more people to be in medical debt.
Yes.
The difference is the medical debt under Harris and Biden, it wouldn't have counted against your credit.
Right.
Now you are triple fucked. Like, oh, you lost your job, you don't have insurance, oh, you got sick, oh, also your credit's fucked now. This is diabolical. It's really fucking sad. And
it's fucked up because these are things that are beyond your control. And the way our system is here in America, you got to have insurance. Like you have to have some form of like coverage. And this is why they pushed to make the rates reasonable and to get as many people in the system as possible because you want your populace healthy so that people can buy and sell, people can trade, your economy gets better. Like, you keep your local businesses at bay. Even the companies that, they bullshit, but they want healthy employees too. They don't want people dropping dead, but, actually they don't care about you, but they don't want you dropping dead either.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, it's really sketchy. It's really sad. Because medical debt is the number one cause of bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. It's the number one cause, I think, and then debt is the number one cause of divorce.
Yes, it is.
So like, it's just, oh my God, it's just people are gonna be so fucked. And with no real recourse to recover.
Nope, and all that's going to happen is collection calls. Wouldn't be surprised if Big Collection had them do this because now, they're going to be, everybody's going to get collection calls. Everybody's going to, they're going to push it. They're going to garnish your wages, take your checks and all this other bullshit, take it out your bank account to get that money by any means necessary. How are you supposed to survive?
Removing medical debt from consumer credit reports is expected to increase credit scores of millions of families by an average of 20 points. The CFPB states that its research has shown outstanding healthcare claims to be a poor predictor of an individual's ability to repay a loan, yet they are often used to deny mortgage applications, so you can't get houses. Mm-hmm. The three national credit reporting agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, announced last year that they would remove medical collections under $500 from U.S. consumer credit reports. The CFPB's rule was projected to ban all outstanding medical bills from appearing on credit reports, which tells you a lot, because those companies were so scared under like Biden and Harris. They were like, we'll remove anything under $500. First of all, how many people have a medical debt that's under $500?
Right.
That's pretty much nobody.
Right.
But that's the kind of shit they do to be like, see, we are fair. It's like, no, you're really not. But yeah, it's they said the rule would have removed $49 billion in medical debt from credit reports of 15 million Americans.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that are impacted. A lot of these people have jobs.
1 in 5 Americans has at least one medical debt collection account on their credit report. 20%.
That's a lot.
Over half of the collection entries on credit reports are for medical debts.
Right, shit you can't control. And some of this shit you had to have, or they were just gonna be like, well, I guess you die.
And here's the kicker. And this is the thing that you know makes me angry, because people say like, what did Kamala Harris, what did Biden do for black people? And I think it's always a disingenuous, unfair question that is typically from a bad faith person, or a person who is ignorant and not informed but just wants to think they're dropping a big joker on you. And they won't accept your answers because it requires one extra step of thinking, of context, and the context is the fucking kryptonite to these people or whatever. The problem disproportionately affects people of color. 28% of black and 22% of Latino people in the U.S. carry medical debt versus 17% of white people. So this is one of those rules where they can't say this law is for black people only and Latino people only. They say, here's an issue that is disproportionately affecting black and Latino people. We're going to try to resolve this issue, and then there's bad faith or ignorant, uninformed people who go, what did they ever do for black people? And when you tell them this, they go, well, they didn't say black. And it's like, you fucking idiot. So yeah. Letitia James, the Attorney General for New York, pushes ban on ICE agents wearing masks. Yes,
sure, show your goddamn face. Show your face.
Yeah, I mean it's so obvious what the problem is with the wearing the mask thing. If you're righteous and you're doing your job and it's a public job, like, you know, working for the government, why do you have a mask on?
Yeah, because I don't think some of them people are even work for the agency.
Right. And just masked people grabbing people up off the streets, many times violating their civil rights, violating due process
Kidnapping
laws.
people.
Right. How do I know any difference between you, masked person, and the other masked person?
Right.
Like some of them don't even be dressed right, like in the right clothes,
right uniform.
You can buy an ICE jacket off of fucking eBay or Amazon and shit.
Yes,
like
you can.
Like, this is very disturbing what's happening, and I appreciate her saying that. She says, deeply disturbing that masked agents can pull people off the streets in unmarked cars without ever identifying themselves as law enforcement. Congress needs to act now to ensure that all law enforcement agencies, including ICE, are held to basic standards of transparency, accountability, and respect for civil rights. This is the same agency that just got the most funding of all the agencies under the Trump administration's budget that they just passed. And you can't depend on this Congress for shit, because they're gonna vote along party lines.
Yes, they are.
And even if 100% of the Democrats stand strong, it won't really matter, because they don't have the numbers, because we didn't vote for them.
Right.
Not enough of us voted for them.
Right.
Which is always kind of a downer, because I saw the other day like Hakeem Jeffries did a filibuster type thing. And you know me, I'm not a theatrics guy. And I don't say that dismissively. I say that just as a statement of fact, so that people don't think I'm trying to be dismissive.
Some people need that. I get it. I don't.
Yeah, and I think it's good that, you know, like if some people need that, then it's good when a Democrat tries to meet them at where they need. The problem I always have is the hypocritical goalpost moving. So Hakeem Jeffries does that. I believe every Democrat stood strong against the budget. And then I saw people clowning them. Like, who gives a fuck? It passed anyway. Y'all are the optics people. Y'all are the ones that say fight. Do something. This is what they are left with doing.
Right.
Symbolism. That's it.
Symbolism, because y'all didn't give them no power.
Gumming up the works, slowing it down just a little bit. But that's all they got. They don't have the power to do. This is not Star Wars. This is not a video game. This is not the good guys win just because that's what the script says.
Right.
You let the bad guys be in charge. Many of you, because of your cynicism and your unwillingness to have hope and unwillingness to be a real fighter, just sitting around waiting for the liberal revolution to start that's never gonna fucking come, that shit erodes the power that these people have. And then you go, well, look at you, powerless. Right, they are. And we were the people that made them that.
Yes, we did.
Trump administration burns emergency food aid meant for starving kids.
Yeah, they don't care about your kids starving.
They have ordered the incineration of nearly 500 metric tons of emergency food, enough to feed 1.5 million children for a week, rather than allow it to reach hungry kids in Afghanistan and Pakistan, according to a report by The Atlantic.
So they burn how much? That's a lot of metric tons. That sounds like a lot.
According to the current and former U.S. government employees, the high energy biscuits were purchased by U.S. aid near the end of President Biden's term, costing about $800,000. The nutrient packed rations were designed to help malnourished children under five in areas hit hard by war and disaster. These biscuits, which can be critical lifeline when kitchens and infrastructure are destroyed, were stored in a warehouse in Dubai and prepped for shipment this year. Instead, they were set to expire, and within weeks they'll be burned to ash. Yeah, this is not a government that is interested in helping people.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Its own people or nobody else.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do is need help right now, even your own people. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Speaking of your own people, well, I guess I must have had this in broke news, but I'll put this. Matter of fact, this can all go in politics till we get mad. Matter of fact, so let me move this back into a different folder. Because now I'm looking at it, I'm like,
you where you belong.
Yeah, I'm like, it's kind of the same shit. So let me go back to that folder again and go to these articles. U.S. farms are going broke fast.
Mm-hmm. You talking about like your regular farmers, right?
The U.S. farms are going broke fast.
Yes. Yeah.
In just 3 months of 2025, the first 3 months, okay, we're 7 months in. So whatever the numbers I'm about to tell you, they're probably much worse now, right? First 3 months. 259 farms across the U.S. filed for Chapter 12 bankruptcy, more than the total filed in all of 2024 under Biden. That makes it the highest quarterly number since 2021, according to a new data from the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture. The numbers reflect deepening financial pressure. Ryan Lloyd, an extension economist with the university, noted that we're seeing the same red flags that showed up before the farming crises of 2018 and 2019.
Yeah, and about, not trying to be funny, I don't think it's an underestimate, probably about 95-96% of these farmers voted, particularly the white farmers, voted for Trump. And so it's one of those things where, it's a small percentage of farmers that once Trump got into office, particularly the second time, and they started seeing shit go up, they were like, hey, something ain't right here. But you voted for Trump, but you didn't think the shit was going to impact you. You thought it was going to impact them black and brown and them other farmers. But the thing is, you're part of agriculture. Now what's going to happen is that you're going to file for bankruptcy. Then one of these big farmer places is going to come and buy your farm up for pennies on the dollar, or just buy your debt up. And then now generations worth of farming is gone, because we need local farmers. Like local farmers are very important to how this country functions. Well, that's also because you're assuming that they're all small local farmers. We don't, like, some of these are big ass businesses, I bet. And they're filing for Chapter 12 bankruptcy, which allows them to restructure and try to repay debts instead of liquidating everything under Chapter 7. But it's just a bad sign for the economy. The root of the crisis is falling commodity prices and stubbornly high input costs like seed, fertilizer, fuel, and pest management products, which are still expensive. Farmers are spending more to grow less valuable crops. And this is only the first quarter of the first quarter numbers, which doesn't sound good for all of the rest of the year. And I wonder, and probably later on, I wonder, even though you didn't talk about it, I wonder how much these ice raids have impacted them. how much stuff they've had to throw away because nobody was there to pick it, nobody was there to pluck it, nobody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they got shit sitting just spoiling that they can't sell.
Yeah, and then just the labor cost of if you try to go hire Americans to do the jobs that you weren't paying people much money to do, you're probably not going to be able to afford many Americans that will be willing to do that work.
Not for that hard, and it's one of the things where most Americans don't pay no attention, but eventually these things will impact our food costs. These things will impact how much food we have on the shelves. Like, it's not an instant thing. It doesn't happen tomorrow, but eventually, you know, people complaining now, it's about to get bad.
In the words of Andrew Schultz, I didn't vote for this. U.S. inflation accelerated in June as Trump's tariffs start to bite.
No shit.
Consumer prices rose 2.7% in June from a year earlier, the Labor Department said Tuesday, up from an annual increase of 2.4% in May. On a monthly basis, prices climbed 0.3% from May to June after rising just 0.01% the previous month. Worsening inflation poses a political challenge to Donald Trump, blah, blah, blah. Does it? Yeah, I really sincerely mean that. Does the economy being bad actually pose any challenge to Trump? No. Not just because of the cognitive dissonance of his loyal supporters, but also he's in the office. He don't give a fuck about the approval rating.
Right.
He doesn't care about his voters or any of us.
Nope.
Like, so this idea of like, well, how's he, like, they keep writing articles that are like, how's he gonna get out of this one? And I'm like, he doesn't have to, because he's in the White House. What else are y'all gonna do to him?
Right, he got the power, and that's all he wanted. He knew once he had the power, it didn't matter what he did, said.
Yeah, he's immune to you liking or not liking him. He doesn't give a fuck. ICE subpoenas landlords for tenant info without judge's approval. Right. U.S. immigration authorities are ramping up pressure on landlords to hand over private tenant information, including leases, applications, ID cards, and even the names of roommates, with subpoenas that aren't signed by judges.
What?
Yep. The so-called information enforcement subpoenas have been issued by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Anti-Fraud Unit, and at least some are tied to recent changes under Trump administration renewed push for mass deportations. The documents are not signed by a judge, which raises serious legal questions for landlords on whether they're even required to comply.
Right.
This is the same tactic they had with the... See, this is the thing. Everyone was talking about Doge, but this is just what this administration does. They move before there's any legal power or any precedent, and they just let you go to court, and then later maybe a judge or two will reverse and then not reverse, and then reverse and then not reverse, and then go to Supreme Court, where ultimately they will probably be affirmed no matter what the fuck they are. This is I'll get to it in the next article and then we'll wrap up, but this matter of fact, I'll just say it. The next article: Supreme Court backs Trump's 1,400 education department employee like layoff. Right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Right.
And the biggest thing about that, the system has problems regardless. But y'all, we about to have some dumbass children, because there's nobody's just going to be able to really regulate shit and have structures for the school systems and all that stuff. Like, it is getting ready to be fucking insane when you do shit like this.
So I want to point that out for a reason. This is the same Supreme Court that is now saying you can lay off 1,400 education department employees. Unprecedented move, basically destroying the Department of Education. They said Joe Biden didn't have the power to forgive student loans.
Right.
And he tried several different ways. And the Supreme Court was like, you don't have the power to do that. The president is not that powerful. And there are people that blame Joe Biden for that. And if you can't see that these motherfuckers are on the take, like it's like watching an NBA game or NFL game, and you're actually watching the refs just cheat, and you're like, why isn't my team winning the game? And it's like, well, do you not see that the ref just tripped the player? Like on the court, do you not see the ref just called a walk when the guy hadn't even moved yet? that is what's happening, and then they're going like they act like it's not a big deal, and the Supreme Court is our fault as American voters.
Yes, it is.
You can try to blame Ruth Bader Ginsburg, you can try to blame Obama, you could try to blame Hillary Clinton. None of those people are responsible for what the fuck we saw happening and let happen.
Right.
Especially when you say like, well, look what happened. They blocked a judge under Obama, and then Trump got to pick the next judge, which meant we went through an election cycle for Hillary Clinton where a judge seat was open and y'all still voted for Trump or didn't vote or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. So how is that on them? That's literally on us. We knew that there's actually no better motivation and stakes than this judgeship is open and y'all should do the right thing. And you were like, I don't know if I can vote for her. Earn this vote or lose. Earn this vote or else.
What about them emails?
Yeah, it's crazy to watch people have no responsibility. Like we talk about Trump having no responsibility. The American average voter, the electorate in general, tends to try to have no responsibility themselves. They just think this is a thing that is happening to us that the politicians are doing.
And they have no control over this
and
shit.
We don't know how it happens. We just keep waking up every morning like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
So now
consistent rage and shit like that. And I'm like, bitch, it's your fault. What are you talking about?
Right. So now you got ICE people sending things that look like legal demands that aren't signed by judges to landlords, like give us the motherfucking everybody information that live in your apartment complex. How many landlords are going to comply? Because I think a lot more are going to comply.
The problems.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want the problems, shit like that. And if they get sued by their tenants, oh well, be it. If they have to pay, oh well, be it. You know, like they would rather take the L from the tenant than take the L from the government, if that makes sense. Yes, most will, because most don't know what them documentations look like. I'm just keep that real. And somebody with a badge and a name and whatever come busting in your door waving the fofo, you gonna hand over the motherfucking papers most of the time.
Right. And what I think so many people don't understand, and maybe they probably think I'm cynical, but I don't think I'm being cynical. I think I'm just being real. And I think if you search your heart, you'll see that I'm not trying to be Eeyore. I'm just being honest. When you let people like this be in charge, most people are not heroes.
Right, and they rule followers. I don't not know what about that people don't understand. And not to get off topic and not to go on a tangent, this is why I call bullshit on Democrats and liberals and independents and stuff talking about a revolution. Bitch, you don't even own a gun talking about a revolution. Bitch, you won't even get in a fight talking about a revolution, but you won't take your ass out there on the street. You won't risk your life. So don't tell me about anything. What you gonna do is say, yes, master, whatever you say, follow them rules, and shit's gonna stay fucked up. This is why you do the easy part, which is motherfucking vote, so you don't have to do the hard part.
Yeah, everyone just thinks like it's like a movie or something, and they're gonna get to like they're gonna make examples of the people who stand up. So like there'll be some landlord companies or whatever that go, man, fuck y'all, we not, like, I don't know who it'll be, or it'll be an individual person. They will make an example of them. They'll be in court, they'll be arrested, because the speed of law is much slower than the speed of the fascism. So like by the time the courts catch up, if they catch up, you've been in jail for 5-6 months. You know, like buddy they just let out that was protesting at that college. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, he got out, but he lost 4 or 5 months of his life. And yeah, he's suing for $20 million. But the money, what is the money? Like, doesn't that man, I think his wife was pregnant, his girlfriend was pregnant. Like, you lost that time, all that stress on her and the baby and you and all the supporters, and people are protesting and all this shit, and everybody. At the end of the day, all that stuff is wasted time that you'll never get back. And
that's the whole point.
And the only thing you really could hope to get out of it is some semblance of back to normal. You're not even getting progress. You're now fighting for stuff that you had the right to do under Biden, and you would have had the right to do it to Kamala Harris. You would have had the right to protest. You had the right to voice your dissent. You had your right to say, even if I thought it was unfair, your characterization of those people is your inalienable First Amendment right. Not under Trump. They can just go to jail, get deported, get the fuck out the country. Well, I didn't do anything. Yeah, well, whatever. We're just gonna keep going till we find one of our judges to back up what we're saying. And if we do lose in the end, it'll be 6 months later. So just give up 6 months of your life in some shitty ass prison or jail or housing detention center. Just give up that part of your life to for something you weren't doing illegal in the first place.
Right, and all they're gonna do is be an example, and the rest of I'm keeping it real. The rest of the motherfuckers, the revolutionary niggas, gonna be like, oh, I want that to be me. And guess what you gonna do? Follow the rules.
Yep. All right, that's enough of that. Let's try to get into another segment. Let's see, I need to do something a little lighter. I'll see if I can find some. Oh, who news? There we go. News. All right, who news? Let's see what is going on. I only got a couple of articles.
Okay.
But because like I said, I have to start over. Lil Woody has been arrested again, accused of running illegal street racing gang, pushing up violence in Atlanta. Karen?
Again, who? Is this a rapper? Everybody named Lil Baby, Lil Wayne, Lil Butch, Lil Kid. Everybody named Little normally is a rapper.
Man, who is Lil Woody?
I don't know.
I don't even know what Lil Woody does. It's not even saying in the description of the article what Lil Woody does. Matter of fact, let me Google Lil Woody. See, I wonder if he got a wiki page.
You probably do.
Lil Woody Burgers. That's definitely not him. Let's see. I guess he's a rapper. He's an American rapper born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. So you got it right, Karen.
That makes sense. Yeah, when you put Lil in front of their names, it's normally rapper.
It's Lil, Lil.
Oh, Lil, not even Little.
Yeah, Lil Woody.
Lil
Woody was arrested again, this time accused of leading a violent street racing crew after being caught up in the YSL Rico mess. Lil Woody got popped again in Atlanta this week, this time for allegedly running an illegal street racing crew that cops say is tied to rising violence in the city. Is this some Fast and Furious shit? Why is the violence part of the racing?
Right? I thought we were just racing a quarter mile at a time. This changed.
Yeah, if you want violence, get in a wreck. Don't hurt people.
Please don't hurt people.
The feds say Woody was already on their radar after a similar bust last month, but now they're hitting him with heavier charges. Authorities claim he's not just racing cars, but leading a criminal operation that's been stirring up chaos in the streets.
Damn.
Are they the ones that robbed Beyonce? I heard they broke in one of the cars of the Beyonce people and stole some unreleased songs and shit in Atlanta this weekend.
Goddamn.
Yeah, because I think she did like 3 shows down there.
Ooh.
So maybe it was Lil Woody. What was his whereabouts? Woody's crew has been organizing late night races that double as meetups for illegal activity, including shootings and robberies. Okay, is this West Side Story? What do you mean meetups? Who's meeting up for shootings and robberies?
Who's timing this shit? Meet me downtown at the dock at 8. Oh, my bad. Not the dock.
Yeah, not the pier. Meet me at the pier.
Yeah, the pier. I'm sorry.
We're gonna race and
the
then
dock
I'm gonna
is the
shoot
wrong spot.
Nah, but it's just like, what is going on? Don't be late for your robbery. The latest arrest comes barely a month after Woody got cuffed for similar street racing charges. His legal troubles are stacking up fast, and this isn't even the first time in the spotlight. He was a key witness in the massive YSL Rico case that had Young Thug and Gunna fighting for their freedom.
Damn.
But instead of helping the case, Woody's wild testimony and admitted lies made things worse for prosecutors. During the trial, Woody admitted to lying under oath and flipping his story multiple times. That chaos helped derail the case, which ended in 2025. Oh, so that's how they got off. Okay. I always wonder how they got off. I didn't follow that case.
Not a second of it.
I know a lot of people were really into it, and that's their prerogative. But I just like
I was like, I don't care.
I'm gonna save my brain cells for some shit I care about.
Ain't that the truth?
But good luck or whatever.
Good luck to you all.
Top 5 reportedly fighting for his life.
Probably a rapper. But I was going to say R&B singer, but I know that's wrong. Probably a rapper that calls himself top 5.
So top 5 is Hassan Ali is his name. He's he's basically like Drake's friend.
Okay.
I guess he's a rapper, but he mostly is known for being Drake's homie. Drake shouts him out a lot.
Okay, and I'm still like, who?
Top 5, Drake's buddy is reportedly in the hospital fighting for his life after a brutal stabbing incident in London.
Oh.
Yeah, because they be having knives over there. What should have been a victorious UK run for the OVO squad has taken a dramatic, dangerous turn. This is the reported footage that led to the attack, and they have the post on Instagram, but I don't want to watch him get stabbed. If you know Top 5, you know he's not one to mince words. He built a name in the streets, and I'm sorry, I'm sure he's very tough. It's just anytime someone brings up Canada and Toronto in the streets, I'm always like, okay. He built a name in the streets and social media for his roughneck energy, but now that same energy might have made him a target while abroad. Reports first surfaced via social media that Top 5 had been assaulted and stabbed in the UK. Now they are saying that he may be in a fight for his life. What could have sparked this? I know he talks a lot, but I do not think it warrants this. Even DJ Academic said pray for peace, like he was in the Nation of Christianity or something. We cannot instigate beef and then pray for peace when our man gets poked. Okay, this is a pretty
sassy
editorial
article.
Yeah, there's a lot of editorializing in this article. Meanwhile, Ratlin, a UK rapper known for mixtapes like Summertime in Mexico and Youngest in Charge, he hopped in the comment section of a post about Top 5 getting stabbed and said, "Police boy about call 911." Of course, he followed that up with laughing emojis. So, man, you got the Brits talking shit to you. And this is just after Drake praised the British rappers and was telling them they better than American rappers. And, you know, in his bid to try to piss off more black people and prove that he's not like us.
Not like us, right?
He's like, y'all the real inspiration. Y'all the best at rapping. I always wanted to be like y'all. I was like, y'all believe that shit if y'all want to. You know, I don't even think there's a history of bad blood, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is just a lot of editorializing. But, yeah, Top 5 got stabbed, man. You hate to see it.
What a name, Top 5.
Right. And then getting, like I said, I know it's ignorant, but I feel like I would be the kind of person to get stabbed by British people because I would completely be disrespecting them. Because they would be saying dangerous British shit to me in that language.
And I wouldn't know. And
I would be like, I don't even know.
I wouldn't have no idea.
What do you mean? You know, and I'm over there like, so you're gonna chop my liver? What does that mean? Like, what do you mean you're gonna rough them up? Well, I don't know, putting a shrimp on the Barbie, stab. Oh, like, oh, you're cuffing me plunk or whatever. I'm like, I don't even know what this means. I'm really chuffing you high, or I don't know what the hobbits say. All right, let's do a little bit of gender wars. There we go.
We're going to war. The gender war. There's a war going on outside. Gender war. There's a war going on outside. Gender war.
All right, gender wars. You know what we do? We go around the globe. We find some people arguing about some bullshit, and then we we like to rate the content, because we're not gonna participate. We're not gonna be like, this person was right, this person was wrong. We don't do that. What we do like to do is go, was this on some bullshit or not? Today's contestants come from Twitter, and let me see if I can pull it up on my screen so we can watch it as a family. There we go. All right, it says, this dude's wife chose a Beyonce concert over his kid's heart surgery. It has 23.6 million views.
Fuck them kids.
Now, this post is from 2023. Okay. So this must have been during the Renaissance. So
yeah, this had to be Renaissance.
Keep in mind, it's not the newest Beyonce, it's the old, and I think Renaissance had people making some decisions.
Yes, it did.
Let's see if this rings true.
Hey, you know that you stole money out of my account? That was money for my kid heart surgery?
Why is you recording me right now? Like, you trying to...
Don't worry about why I'm recording you. I'm worried about what my money is.
Like, I begged you to take me to that concert. Why wouldn't you take me to the concert?
Because the concert is the least of my worries right now.
I don't care about that. Like,
my kid heart surgery is what I'm worried about right now.
Look, like,
and for you to take my money out of my account just to go to some Beyonce concert, you done lost your mind.
I don't care.
Like, I don't care what you don't care about.
Your voice, like, right now.
Oh, me my money.
Ask your baby mom.
She ain't got nothing to deal with this. Nothing to deal with it. To go find me my.
Okay, all right. So let me start with the things that I think they did well. I think it was smart to blur the face out, even though it was not well done. You can see her face at times, but it was smart because that makes it feel real. Like, I don't want this. This is a real person that is in my life. Cheaters. And if the internet sees her and all that, I could, like, this will have real effects in my life. Now, the acting isn't necessarily the best. I actually think the dialogue is good because when people argue, it's not perfect.
Agreed.
It sounds like that. Like, if Karen just started yelling at me out of nowhere, it's not going to just sound like a perfect script. So that part feels more real. I love that she does acknowledge she was being filmed. I love that it has an abrupt ending. Like, there's not a real resolution. And
I like his energy when he first came in. His energy
he was very upset.
Yes, and her energy is very nonchalant.
Yeah, which like I said, sometimes it's like you want to match energies, but sometimes you don't.
Right.
And I think this is a good job of not matching. Like, it wouldn't have worked if she was yelling. It's more works if she's less, like, unbothered. Like, I don't care that your child gonna die.
Right.
I'm going to see Beyonce. And then I like that she brought the baby mama, because that was a question in my head, was like, oh, so is the baby mama not in the picture? She not paying? Because I'm like, is she the baby mama? Then it's like, oh, she's not even the baby mama. Okay, cool. All right. Those are the positives. I don't believe this scenario at all.
Don't it sound over the top?
Like, not even like a little bit do I believe somebody knows a child needs heart surgery and takes money out of the father of that child's account and is unbothered because they want to go. Maybe it's true, but I feel like we be reading about a murder and not watching a video. like I think they fucked up by making the stakes too high. I feel like if he would have said my child's braces,
or for a bill,
a bill will work too. Yeah, but I thought if you want to include the child, the stakes need to be much lower. If it's a child, like my kid was supposed to go to basketball camp. Like, it can't be
something serious.
They were gonna fucking die.
Right, and it's also one of those things where and I'm talking about like maybe like a car payment, because you go, now I'm gonna lose my car, right?
But it don't have. What I'm saying is, if you're right, and I agree. What I'm saying is, if you wanted to include the kid, because I think the kid is actually a stroke of genius, because it makes it look like you're so selfish, whereas as opposed to like, even like a car bill where you could argue like, well, haha, they're together, it's their money or whatever. But when it's a kid, it's like, no, you can't. Nobody wants to. We just talked about burning food for starving kids. No one's on that side. So I think he fucked up with they fucked up when they came up with the scenario and elevated it to like child heart surgery. Where's the GoFundMe? Where's the Channel 5 news out there for this man tried to murder his girlfriend to get his money back? Because there's no way all you're going to do is be like, that's fucked up, let me record it. Like, there's no way, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. I've never been with somebody that did something like that.
Same.
Anyway, 0 to 10, what would you rate it, Karen?
I would give this probably about a 4. Like I said, they do have some positive qualities, not a lot. When you look at other ones that have much better, because I do understand what you're saying. Yes, it does appear spontaneous. It does appear like, like unedited, like type of thing.
They thought they did think about it. Like, it's not as bad as many that we've seen that immediately you're like, this is so fucking fake. If he had not made it about some heart surgery, I really think this one might have worked on a lot of people. But in the chat room, in the replies, I'm seeing every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. Okay, I don't even know what that means.
They got him.
He handled that a lot better than he should have. A lot of these are just people trying to go viral under it.
Yes, and the way it was and the way it presented, and reading those comments, the people in the comments were more on his side. It wasn't like
it's not 50-50.
Right.
The fact that she feels like she didn't do anything wrong is sickening.
Right. So you don't have she is right for going to the Beyonce concert and all that type of stuff, kind of countermanding that.
People do believe it in the chat, in the replies, though. They're not calling it fake. That man need to divorce her straight up. Be careful, Dad. Can he call the police on her for theft? Oh, why do I feel like this is staged? Okay, shout out to that person, because I feel like it's staged too. The Beyonce stands need to be put 6 feet under. If it's his kid and not her kid, no excuse, but she's not the mama. You added nothing. A jury would look the other way, bro. Just saying. Yeah, no one's on her side, really. So, yeah, how good can it be if no one's on her side?
So like I said, I give it about a 3 or 4. You're not gonna get that high score for me.
I give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2. It just nice try, good effort. You were really close, but I really think the heart surgery thing is so bad.
Yes,
it's just so bad.
You make them look so heartless.
Who the fuck? Yeah, it's so bad that there's no 50-50. It's either a lie or she's just a horrible person. There's you got to give us more. Let's do one more gender war. This is also from Twitter. Another old one. Here we go. The caption says, "Thoughts." Okay, that's a classic.
They love them thoughts.
30 million views from March 4th of 2024, so over a year old. And it says, "I gave birth 2 days ago and he expects this." Okay, here we go.
Pardon?
Hold on, Karen's alarm is going off, guys. Karen, you late for something?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, here we go, guys. Very professional.
You want me to do a roast? Yeah. Can I just remind you of something? I gave birth 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, and you came out of the hospital straight away. You've been sitting around all this time, so you can make a roast.
To send me home to get rest at home.
Yeah, but you've been doing nothing but resting. Look at all these cups of tea for a start.
Okay, I do like that it's not Americans and it don't appear to be blacks. No, that may hurt or help the gender wars. I don't know. I know black people are very heavy on the internet and gender wars. I have not had a peek into white gender wars much.
I haven't.
I'm
pretty sure it is, but it ain't the same.
I saw Man versus Bear. Would rather.
Yeah, I think everybody.
White people was in
white.
The white people made that one blow the fuck up.
Yes, they did.
So maybe this one would blow up because of that.
Look, I'm sorry
that I need caffeine to keep going with a newborn baby.
Yeah, and it's not easy for me either. Right, I didn't give birth. No, but I'm not sleeping like you, so I'm knackered. You're awake. So, my mum and dad are coming, and you know what they're like? They always want a roast. So...
They always want a roast, and I've not just given birth 2 days before. You can get up and make it yourself.
Look, you do it much better than I do. We know that. I've tried. It's a waste of time.
Why are you gaslighting me?
I'm not gaslighting you. You always say I'm gaslighting you. I'm not.
You're trying to manipulate me into making a roast for your mum and dad because you can't be asked. Well, do you know what? I've just cooked for the last 9 months. Your kid.
Yeah. I'll sit with them, with the baby, talk to them. You've got a couple of hours to yourself.
You sit on your ass with the baby while I'm stood slaving over a hot stove. It doesn't work like that.
Sit on my ass with the baby, so you're saying it's easy then? Yeah. So if that's the case, then you can go in the kitchen then, can't you? What's the problem?
Okay. So once again, things they did good. She didn't put his face on camera, which makes me believe that might really be her husband.
I think so too.
And the way she recorded did seem surreptitious, meaning he wouldn't have asked why are you recording me, because she didn't seem to. It seemed like she was recording without his knowledge, which makes it feel real.
Yes.
the scenario is ridiculous, but men are ridiculous.
Yes, they are.
So like I can't say that this is fake. And maybe it's the British politeness, but I can believe that that's how they fight, and not necessarily like, is it like I don't think like, oh, it's just such a scripted thing. Now there were a few edits in there quickly, but it felt like that could be really how they fight. So like, I'm not gonna knock them for energy. That might be 10 out of 10 British energy. I don't know.
Right, because it's different and we're not of that culture.
Yeah.
And I do like the fact that it was a consistent back and forth. I do like the fact that she used the word gaslighting, you know, type of thing to kind of make it more personable, you know, connect that kind of back and forth. And, you know, I do like the fact that I don't know how viral this went, but I could see like people going, well, yeah, she just gave birth. Why would you ask her to do something like that? And then I could see people going, well, his mom and dad is coming, blah, 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 blah. But, and that's kind of funny, it may be because it's the accents that for some people, they're going to be like, are they even arguing? They really are arguing. You know, I know what an argument sounds like, but for some people, unless it's like aggressive or something like that, they would dismiss it as
30 million views.
We're not even arguing.
30 million views, 7,000 replies. So I feel like people did buy it, you know. Some people are joking, but a lot of people are serious in the replies. This is why women need standards. She did not have standards when she dated this guy. She had standards, so it's her fault somehow. People are crazy, man.
Yes, they are.
He was just confused. They said rest. He thought they said roast.
That's a good one.
Based on the video, he does not deserve a wife and family. So it does feel like people kind of bought it, you know.
Right.
And a lot of people are, well, now once again, the only thing I will knock is there's, other than that one asshole who was like, why'd you marry him? There's no one that thinks he's right. Even the person's like, why did you marry him, is essentially saying he's wrong. So, you know, I'm gonna give this one a 7. I think it went pretty viral. It was very relatable. They argued differently over there, so I'm not gonna knock them for that. I'm gonna give it a 7. I think this is actually pretty good. But even if it's fake, it's a good enough fake that I'm like, I would believe that this is possible. I believe it.
You know what? I about a 6 or a 7. I agree with that. It's much better than the first one.
Yeah.
It's quote unquote authentic like the first one, but it almost kind of took it to another level per se. And I appreciate them, like you said, and the stakes were different, if that makes sense. The stakes was a pot roast. I'm not trying to be funny. And you know, whether or not he's a good parent.
Right.
Versus the other one, my baby about to die.
Right. So, yeah, and shout out to the people that are still finding a way to blame her, because I feel like that adds to the score for me. That's how it gets to a 7, is because there's people in the comments that are like, hey, you married him? And I'm like, ooh, that's not helpful. That's how you make it even worse. All right, let's get to the last thing, sword ratchetness, because we got to wrap it up. Karen's got something to do. Look out for Reese Waters' YouTube show, because Karen's going to be on it hopefully by the time you guys hear this.
Yay!
All right. Man taken into custody for brandishing a sword in public. Mangalaru. A man has been taken into custody by Putter Town police on charges of brandishing a sword and threatening the public. The accused, Raju, 45, according to the police. The incident took place on Monday afternoon at Bolvar in Putter Kasbah village. Police received information that a man was brandishing a sword and threatening the public. That's crazy. He's just like, all of y'all could get it.
Everybody get some of this.
Smoke. So be it.
I got it for everybody.
Acting on this, Puttertown police rushed to the spot and with the help of the public picked up the accused. Upon questioning, he said he was from Hassan and was currently residing in Bentwal. The accused was taken into custody for further interrogation. A case was registered at the Puttertown police station under sections 25(1)BB of the Indian Arms Act and section 110 of the BNS. An investigation is ongoing, police said. There you go. They got him up out of there, guys. Can't have that on the streets. All right, y'all. That's it for today's episode. We'll be back tomorrow. We're actually doing Balls Deep, so that's for premium people behind the paywall. Friday we're doing a nerd off.
Yes, sir.
So we'll be, come get your nerd on with us Friday at 6. If you're premium, and if you want to sign up for premium, it's the blackouttips.com/premium to get behind the paywall. And with the nerd off and with Balls Deep Sports and with pregame, we actually do Crowdcast for those, so you can watch the video live. They don't go on YouTube, but you can watch the video live, watch the replay if you want to see what we're talking about. So make sure you guys do that. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye everyone. Have a